Welcome to Formula One for Beginners. Today with Dieter Gass, Chief Engineer Race and Test of the Panasonic Toyota Racing Team. Hands-on control, the steering wheel. As he searches for the perfect line, shifts gears up to 3,000 times and fights for peak performance, the steering wheel is the driver's #1 tool and a complex challenge.
The steering wheel is a very important and expensive element of the car. Basically, the steering wheel, apart from the brake pedal and the throttle pedal, is everything the driver needs to control the car. Therefore, on top we have a lot of switches which the driver is using while he's driving, for example the pit speed limiter, or he can influence the traction control. But this is not everything, because on the other side we have levers which the driver is operating for shifting, and as well the clutch, because we don't have any clutch pedal which is foot operated in the car.
The world's fastest place of work, a Formula One cockpit.
We are looking into the cockpit, we see the driver's seat. The driver's seat is made onto the driver in a perfect shape in order to give him the best stability while he is driving. He has to be able to cope with 4 Gs of lateral acceleration, which means 4 times the gravity that we feel while we're walking on Earth, which is an enormous amount of force and acceleration that the driver is suffering. It is very important to highlight the use of carbon fiber for the monocoque of the cars, because this has increased the level of safety for the driver over the past 20 years by very much, really.
The monocoque is virtually indestructible and protects the driver in the event of a crash. And now, Formula One brakes. Out on the track, it's all stop and go. Formula One cars can accelerate up to 160 kilometers an hour in 6 seconds and stop again in the same time. A huge drop in power.
The brakes is one of the elements which offers the biggest difference between a road car and a Formula One car. It starts with the material. We are using exclusively carbon brakes, which offer a very good performance in braking, but it's a very sensible material. They only work if they operate in the right temperature window. That means if you are below 300 degrees, you almost have no braking in the car, so it's important to heat up the brakes as well. On the other hand, it's important, like on a road car, to keep the temperatures not too high, and this is why we have a big brake cooling duct on every of the 4 brakes, which needs to be controlled in a way that the brake temperature is always in the optimum window to give the optimum braking performance.
Channeling everything at the center of it all, the tires. They're the only link to the track. Tires translate engine power, aerodynamic settings and brake maneuvers onto the circuit. As a general rule, the softer the tire compound, the better the grip and the higher the speed through the corners. It also, however, means more wear.
We are standing next here to our 2007 tires of the Formula One car. The first year that everybody is using Bridgestone tires exclusively. This year we have a total of 4 different compounds available over the season, 2 per every race weekend, of different stiffnesses, which means as well a different grip between the different compounds. What is similar between all the tires is the working temperature. All the tires work in an average of around 80 degrees C. This is the moment where they offer the best grip to the car. What we need to determine as well is obviously which compound to use in which conditions. Therefore we have the 4 compounds available. That means if you have a circuit which has a very abrasive structure and is very demanding for the tires, you would use a very hard compound, for example Barcelona. Other circuits which are not so demanding for the tires, you would use the soft compound, and this example would be Monaco.
The right tire selection and the perfect pit stop, a real challenge for the strategists. Supreme technology, continuous improvement and teamwork, the building blocks for great Formula One performance.